Hello, folks. Welcome to college football preview video, the Big 12. And this one is a wide open Big 12 conference. And I cannot wait to predict that to you guys. For those who comment in the Big 10, give it a shout out to you guys. Some great comments, of course. I had one that had a bunch of good details. So thank you for that. A comment. Hope drop down your predictions. Who do you think wins the Big 12? And your thoughts of this year, because this year it's wide open. So without further ado, it's the 2025 college football preview video, Big 12. Let's go to the 16th place. I got UCF at 16. Their head coach is Scott Frost, who comes back to Central Florida. And their quarterback room is complicated right now. They got Cam Fletcher from FAU, Jaquan Brown coming back again. This is the question I have. Who's their starting quarterback and what's going on with this roster? And again, whoever's starting at quarterback, I don't know how much win Scott Frost is going to give, because we know him very well, leading that 2017 UCF team in an undefeated season and quote national champions, which I don't know why, but it is what it is. At number 15, I got Arizona. Brent Burnell is their head coach and will look to improve in his second year with Noah Fafita returning at quarterback. Interesting season for Arizona because no T-Mac gone. Jahan Salavina gone, going to the NFL as well. So Brent is on the hot seat, and he has to improve this year if they're going to at least get 6 or 7 wins, but I don't think that's going to be enough in the Big 12. At number 14, I got West Virginia. Rich Rodriguez returns to Country Road as their head coach. And Nico Machaloa is their quarterback. It will be a QB battle over there. Sorry about that. That was an interruption. But back to it. Yes, they have a QB battle there in West Virginia. Main question is, can Rich Rodriguez magic from Jacksonville State, come true to West Virginia? And it is a tough conference, of course, where he coached West Virginia miraculously. Now, unfortunately, I got them in 14. At 13, I got Cincinnati. Scott Satterfield is their head coach, and Brenda Susbra is their quarterback. And again, just like Arizona, their head coach is also in the hot seat, and he has to make a big season if he's going to stay as Cincinnati's head coach. A lot of questions on this roster, but if I were to put it in a should improve this year, it's Cincinnati for this year. At 12, Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy is their head coach, and their quarterback, expecting there's a competition there, but Zane Flores, I've been told that he might be the starter since he's in the QB competition, but this is as of right now. They went from should be winners of the Big 12 to then stunk. Alan Bowen, unfortunately, not coming back. Then they had another quarterback injured, and now they have to go to a tough quarterback room in Oklahoma State. And now, no Ole Gordon, of course. So can Mike Gundy get them back to a 6 or 7 win team? And if they can't, Mike Gundy might be gone in Oklahoma State. At 11, I got Houston. Willie Fritz is their head coach. And a new quarterback coming in Houston, Connor Wakeman, who is the former Texas A&M quarterback who had injuries 2 seasons ago. Then last season came in with some questions, of course, expectations with Mike Elko. Didn't work out, got benched, and now he gets transferred to Houston. And this is going to be a very fascinating Houston team. I believe this could be the 6-7 win team. But again, they have to compete in the Big 12. And I just don't know how much I believe in this team. But I think Houston could win 6 or 7 games. At number 10, and I think this should be a no surprise, BYU. Callan Stecca is their head coach, and there will be a QB battle in Utah with Makat Hillstead is expected to be the leading candidate for this quarterback job. Of course, Jake Ripslag leaves, gets transferred to Tulane. Now BYU comes from a Big 12 title contenders to now a mediocre club team. And right now, honestly, no questions about it. But BYU, how much loss is this going to affect with Rip Slack no longer in BYU? At number 9, Colorado, Deion Sanders is their head coach, and he'll have a new quarterback. No Shedeur Sanders, of course. Caden Selters, the transfer quarterback out of Liberty, is their quarterback. Also, they brought in Juju Lewis, who is also in the mix, who is in that QB battle too. The question is going to be, how much is this Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter loss affect Deion Sanders in his head coaching in Colorado? And we're going to see that. We're going to see a Colorado team with no Shedeur, no Travis, and this is still, again, a young team. They need to develop. And if I were to name a starter, I think it's going to be Caden Selters. I think he's going to be the starter for the Colorado Buffaloes. And they could win 6 games. I'm hearing people go maybe 5 wins, which makes sense because they could possibly change quarterbacks, going to Juju Lewis, and maybe week 7, week 8, maybe if Caden Selters does not work out. So for me, I think Colorado at number 9. Number 8, TCU. Sonny Dykes is their head coach, and a returning quarterback is Josh Hoover. All expectations are going to come in TCU. Can they be a Big 12 title contenders if they're going to be at least a top 5 team? Maybe we'll see, but I think the answer is going to be yes. At number 7, I got Kansas. Lance Lepesplot is their head coach. Jalen Daniels is returning to Kansas, and we're going to probably see a redeemed Kansas Jayhawks team that is supposed to be maybe a top 5 team alongside Kansas State. And now I think they will drop to 7th place, and I think they're going to compete, but it depends on their roster right now. Number 6, Utah. Kyle Whittingham is their head coach and a transfer quarterback. They bring in former New Mexico State head quarterback Davion Davenport. And here's where I think the big bold prediction is going to happen right now. I think Utah could be a Big 12 champions this year. And here's why. If Cam Rising last year, we all thought this could be him returning, getting them to the Big 12. They win it all. No surprise. Injuries affecting him, of course. But improving that QB position with a guy from New Mexico State. And if Utah is really competitive in the Big 12, they could sneak in to the Big 12 title game. And again, they could be in there, but I have them at number 6. Number 5, Baylor Bears. Dave Armina is their head coach, and Swaler Robertson is their quarterback. I was leaning towards them over Utah because, yes, they're bringing back their quarterback, and I think Dave's defense is going to be really more improved this year, and they will probably be a contender for the Big 12. Number 4, Iowa State. Matt Campbell is their head coach, and Rocco Beck returning at quarterback. They made it to the Big 12 title game, but unfortunately suffered a tough loss to Arizona State. I had them beating Arizona State, but brutal loss there. But can they get it back? I think they could, but again, they have to start off against Kansas State in Ireland. And my goodness, that is a huge game for the Cyclones if they're going to make a big statement for the Big 12. Number 3, Texas Tech. Joey McGreal is their head coach, and Bernard Morton returns at quarterback. All the high expectations is going to be on that team. That program is going to be special with Texas Tech. Now, can they sneak into the playoffs? They got to win the Big 12, but they have to be really that good football team. And this is a real good football team, but they got to win these Big 12 teams. At number 2 is Arizona State. Kenny Dillingham is their head coach, and Sam Levitt returns for one more chance to get them back to the playoffs, which last year, unfortunately, lost to Texas in the Peach Bowl. But now they don't have Cam Skattebo, which is going to be an interesting running game question mark there. But we all believe in the defending Big 12 champs. But I think Arizona State is in that right direction with Kenny Dillingham. Number 1, it's going to be Kansas State. Chris Killerman is their head coach, and Avery Johnson is their quarterback. Last year, when they lost Will Howard, Avery Johnson comes in, and all of the question is, can Avery Johnson fill the shoes of Will Howard, who's now in Ohio State? He had that moment, but it felt short to the Big 12 title game. But I think this year, getting him back, and this Kansas State offense and defense, what a talent they have, and I believe they can do it. So I think the Big 12 title game will be Kansas State and Arizona State, and the winner will be Kansas State. And I think they are going to sneak into the playoffs. While for Arizona State, unfortunately, I'm going to say they're going to miss out of the playoffs. It is just that these other good teams like the SEC, which I'll be predicting that next week, which is going to be a big time video for that one. I just think Kansas State could make it into their first ever college football playoff. And that's it for the Big 12 preview video. And also the SEC prediction video will come out to next week. Sorry about that. My NFL prediction videos, okay, will start next week. So stay tuned because I have some big time predictions for you guys. And again, if you have not seen my other videos, go check them out. And of course, comment down below who do you think will win the Big 12 and your honest thoughts. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more sports news.